So I'm actually surprised that no one else has made this connection before, and this will definitely help you to stop obsessing over the views that you get every time you post a new video. So in this video, I'm giving you the most important metric for small YouTubers to focus on when it comes to your channel growth. I'm also going to talk about why most YouTube advice and algorithm hacks don't really help small YouTubers out. And when I say small YouTubers, I'm talking about those who have less than 10,000 subs. But before we get started, if you're new here, hi, I'm Liz, and on this channel every week I'm discussing the path to true freedom and economic mobility, complaining about the system along the way, and sometimes, like in today's video, making complicated things a little less complicated. So let's get right into it. The number one metric that you should actually be focusing on are your total channel views. Yes, I know, it's not sexy, but bear with me, you really want to understand this. So here's the problem with being a new YouTuber or a small YouTuber, is that YouTube, the creator studio, even content creator culture as a whole tends to emphasize the value of getting a lot of views on each of your individual videos. And as a result, you might be waiting to one day get a viral video that will suddenly increase the momentum of your entire channel. Unfortunately, that's just not how it works. Now, there are plenty of YouTubers who do actually experience getting a viral video, but then when they go to create content the next time around, they only get maybe a fraction of those views. And there are some YouTubers who are able to use the momentum that they get from a viral video to create content that's specific for that audience to capture their attention and engage them. But again, that is the equivalent of hitting the lottery. You do not want to wait for this opportunity to happen to you. Instead, you want to use your total channel views to understand if your channel is actually growing and if it's healthy. And you can use this information to estimate your future growth, as well as take a guess as to when your next blow up might be. And here's why. So YouTube basically acts like the stock market. And no, I'm not glorifying the stock market, capitalism, or any of that nonsense. I just have a basic understanding of how it works, and our channels really act like 401ks. If you've experienced working at a job that gives you benefits, then you're most likely familiar with retirement accounts like 401ks. And most Americans contribute into these for retirement purposes, and the idea is that your money is invested into the stock market, it grows over time, you have a nice nest egg ready for retirement. So you're setting aside money every pay period to invest over time with the hopes that your money will compound as the stock market goes up. And YouTube channels actually act in a very similar way, except instead of investing your money, you're uploading videos. Now, when you're a small YouTuber, the views that you're going to get on your videos at first are going to be extremely low. I'm talking single digits low. And that's pretty normal. And then over the course of a few weeks and a few months, you'll notice some increase in views, but not that much, to be honest. And it can be very disheartening. And most YouTubers tend to quit because it just takes much longer than anticipated, and they're just not quite sure if they have what it takes to make it or even if their content is any good. The problem is they're gauging this based off of their individual video views and their subscriber counts, which is the same as staring at your retirement account every month waiting for it to hit 100K. No, stop it. Stop it now. Listen, YouTube is just about as unpredictable as the stock market. And just like your retirement account goes up and down, the views on your videos are going to go up and down. And any YouTubers that are claiming that they have the special secret sauce that can help you hack the algorithm, honestly, it's basically saying that you can beat the market. And we all know how Warren Buffett feels about that. So why would you believe that when it comes to channel growth? So I started my channel back in April of 2020. And by October 7th, 2020, I had a little over 800 total channel views. Now, that means that over about a 6-month period, I've had a growth rate of about 20% per week. That's on average. And I only started doing keyword research about 3 months ago. And I can use this to make projections about my future channel growth. And you can too. If your channel's been around for at least 6 months and you've been posting consistently at least once a week, then you can use that data to figure out what your average weekly growth rate looks like. And if you'd like to see a video on how you can calculate that, let me know in the comments below. Now, why are you looking at an average weekly growth rate over 6 months? To take into consideration those ups and downs. So, just like the stock market, the only way that you can actually catch and take advantage of those compounding results is to be in the game. So you have to be contributing, or in the case of YouTube, uploading on a consistent basis. So here's why most YouTube advice for new and small YouTubers just doesn't help. Because it, one, focuses on how you can change specific individual videos, and two, it doesn't take into account that as a new YouTuber, you're just not getting enough data. You're not getting enough views to know what does or does not work. If you're getting less than, say, 100 views per video, then you're just not really going to know what it is that you're doing that people like or dislike. Now, there are a few things that you can focus on. For one, make sure you put some thought into a decent thumbnail. According to the industry data, if you're anywhere between 2 and 10% for your click-through rate or CTR, then you're in pretty good shape. And yeah, anywhere between 2 and 10% is a pretty big range. And in fact, as you continue to grow, you're more likely to be on the lower end of the CTR range because as YouTube promotes your video to more people, there's more of a chance for them to reject you. But just make sure you put some type of thought into creating some type of thumbnail. And as long as you're at least hitting that 2%, you're in good shape. The next metric you can focus on is watch time, but not in the way that you're thinking. Most of the time, advice about watch time tends to devolve into be entertaining, be a unicorn, and provide value at the same time. Yeah, practically speaking, that advice isn't too helpful for most people. When checking watch time for individual videos, only act if there is a huge, very noticeable dip in views. So for instance, one of my earlier videos about social entrepreneurship ideas, when I checked the analytics on it, I was losing maybe about 70% of the audience within the first 10 seconds of the video. I didn't know what the heck was going on. So I watched it, and as it turned out, my intro was pretty choppy. There was an editing issue, and so I just decided to cut off the first 20 seconds or so. After that, it became one of my highest viewed videos. Look, there is a crap ton of information out there about how to grow your YouTube channel. And to be honest, most of it is the equivalent of basically day trading. The magic secret sauce has and will always be, until the end of time, consistency. You'll never know which video will hit, but at least you can use your average weekly growth rate to give you some peace. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Also, you can follow me on Instagram at A Tribe Called Liz. There, I'm giving you content marketing strategy, as well as mindset tips for Black women and women of color. And don't miss my next free masterclass. You can use the link in the description box below to register. If this video has renewed your hope in your channel, then be sure to check out my video on how to be your own social media manager next, so that you can make consistent uploading even easier. See you there.